Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk. So today is Thursday. It's day 8 of our 2-week challenge, so we're almost done. We only have one more day after this, which is so crazy. Bittersweet, but I have a very fun challenge planned for you guys today. So welcome everyone in the chat. Welcome back. Lots of familiar faces. We've got Cornell, Wendy, Sam, Pranav, Cynthia, Abigail. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a great day. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat and I will reply to you and hopefully answer your question. So let's go ahead and figure out what today's challenge is. I'm gonna hop on over into Behance. One of these days, I'm gonna get faster at doing that, at switching the screens. I need to get one of those stream decks that can like just boop like Howard has. He does it so quick. Anyway, so I'm on behance.net/challenge/xd if you want to follow along with me. And of course, this is your main homepage where you can come back and find all of the daily prompts. So no winners or losers here, just this challenge is for your own benefit to learn something new and hopefully get an awesome design for your portfolio. So of course, if you're not already registered, go ahead and sign up with this big blue button right there, and you will get notified each day at 8 a.m. in your Creative Cloud app that there's a new challenge. So let's scroll on down here. All of these challenges we have completed. Check for all of those. Awesome. And only one more day left, so sad. So today what I want you guys to do is we're going to be working on a weather app and focusing on notifications. So design the notifications experience within a weather app, and I want you to display when a storm's approaching and let your users sort of interact with that notification menu. So we'll be focusing on like multiple interactions for one specific element or button or icon, and I'll show you how to do that. It's super simple. A good thing to know just when you're prototyping up a bunch of different screens. And yeah, so if you'd like to, you can grab that starter file. This is on Dropbox, and you just click download, direct download as always, and it will look a little something like this. Of course, without all of my components. Hopefully you guys will create your own components, but that's what the starter file looks like. And as always, if you missed any of these videos, these streams, you can always go back and rewatch them. I know someone was confused yesterday in Discord. So yesterday we had 99U, Adobe's big conference every year. But of course it was all remote this year. So they had that on Behance, and that was sort of in place of the regular schedule. So if you did miss it, we still did stream on YouTube for the Daily Creative Challenge, but just not on Behance. So if you're wondering where I was yesterday, it was on YouTube. Cool. So let's jump into Discord also. Lots of ways to get involved with this Daily Creative Challenge. So it'll ask you if you want to sign up if you just hit that right here, this join us button. And let's hop in there. I'm already signed up, of course, but this is Discord. Lots of different channels over here. So just to highlight a few of the main ones, Creative Challenge channel. This will tell you when I'm going live, what time, and what the new prompt is each day. And then the current challenge channel. So all of these under feedback, this little caret right here, or drop down, these are all for feedback from our mentors to you guys. So you guys have been posting your work in here. This one from Majid. Awesome. I'm going to look through some of these more during the end of the stream. I always like to do that towards the end if we have time. But yeah, thanks for sharing your work here. If you want to upload your work here as well, feel free to do that. And what else? If you have any questions, of course, just post them in there and we'll get back to you. And then you can always see the mentors that are online if you just want to send us a DM or add us in one of these channels, feel free to do that. So that's Discord. And let me close this. Okay, another thing. So there was a brand new, pretty recent, like 2 days ago. Yeah, it was on Tuesday, release for Adobe XD. So if you didn't watch Howard's stream on Tuesday about like what all the new features are, you can come over here and check them out. Design tokens, scroll groups, stacks, all of these other ones. So definitely check them out. Or if you'd prefer to watch a video, Howard has some up on his YouTube channel as well, just kind of explaining those. But today we're going to focus on multiple interactions. So let's go ahead and jump right in to our starter file. So Thursday, a weather app, as I mentioned. So really focusing on that notifications area, somewhere usually in the top menu bar, sometimes at the bottom. I feel like there's really not a lot of bottom bars anymore. Mostly it's going to the top. Anyway, just a little thing that I noticed. Some inspiration for you guys, of course. This one I thought was really cute. Cute illustration by Marta. I do think this one, just my own preference, the illustration is a little busy, so it's kind of drawing your attention away from the weather, like the actual temperatures, but a cute little addition there. And this one by Akil, if you want to do a web 1920 by 1080 size instead, you're welcome to do that. I'll be doing mobile. But yeah, just obviously it's pretty straightforward. We just want the users to know what the weather is. So, Jennifer said, did the stream pause for anyone else? Okay. Well, keep letting me know, you guys in the chat, because for me it looks like it's still going. So I'm going to be checking this. Okay. Wendy said it's back now. That's good. Perfect. Just let me know. I'll check that. So also we've got the resource booklet. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, or you guys didn't miss anything. Anyway, I just went over the inspiration. Resource booklet, of course, you can tab through some of these to see some of my favorite links to resources. And today's daily tips. So since we're focusing on the notifications area, we really want to talk about multiple interactions. So a few things they might want to accomplish in a little, like, you know, a bell icon, or if it's just like, I don't know, usually it's a bell icon. There's not really anything else. Or I guess like a little mail icon or something. So other things could be the number of notifications. They want to see that. They want to see the full view of whatever that message was. So clicking into it, or just being able to dismiss it super quick, you know, swiping left or right, or clicking a close button. So those are a few different tasks that the user might want to accomplish for one specific element. So that is what we're focusing on. I've got 4 artboards up here today. So home notification, expanded notification, and then I don't remember what I was planning for the last one, but I'm sure we'll roll into it when we get there. So let's start with the home, and I'm just gonna start with a basic, you know, a white background. Okay, is the stream still working for everyone? Just making sure. All good now. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, Edith, or who was that? RT chick. Yeah, if you missed the stream yesterday for the XD Daily Challenge, it still is on YouTube. So just go to the Adobe YouTube channel and it'll be up there. Thanks for asking. So let's start. I have a few components already started. So I want this top area to just focus on that bell notification and just like the main temperature for the user's specific area. So since that's the main focus, let's add this cute little bell icon. It's kind of a wonky bell, but I like it. And then I do want to leave some space right here because I want that to be the message area for our notification. And then below that, we'll just add the temperature. So we'll say it's pretty hot today. I think it's like 92, something in the 90s, but I need to copy and paste this little degree symbol. I always forget the shortcut for the degree symbol. I know there's something, but I just can't remember it. Anyway, so let's put this like centered, and then we'll put like Fahrenheit. We use Fahrenheit here in the US. Not sure wherever all of you guys are, but I am in the Midwest here, so we're using Fahrenheit. And then we'll have the day. So it's Thursday. Let's add that. I can make this a tad bit bigger. So this is really the focus of our homepage because, you know, we don't really need a ton of features for the homepage. Really just the user wants to find out, you know, maybe the preview of the week and what the temperature is. We don't need anything too fancy. And I'll bring this down a bit because I want to focus on Thursday more. And then I'll just group all of these together. Let's bring this down just a tad bit. And this component, this is just like a bunch of random shapes, kind of. It's a little messy when you go into the group, but just a bunch of random shapes kind of merged together. And then below this, let's have just a little bar graph. For the sake of time, I just already created it, but this is what that will look like. So kind of just going through the week, we've got a preview of all of the days and all of the temperatures. So yeah, keeping with like purpley kind of tones today. Now let's move on to the next page. So here I want to just show like, actually right here, I do want to just add like a tiny little circle, this red color, just showing us that we do have a notification. So let's change this. Okay, and I'll group these together. Command G to group. Cool. Cynthia said color combinations are great. Thank you. Yeah, Cornell. It's he was asking what the degree symbol was. It's something like Shift Command 4. I don't know. Someone in the chat one time told me, and I don't remember what it was. I'm sure it's a simple Google search, but I'm too lazy. Okay, so I just want to copy everything from this first page to the second. And here I just want to show a, not too big, just a little preview of a message of what the notification is, just when we tap on that little circle. So let's make this pretty small, you know, just similar to like our notifications on an iPhone. So something like this. And then let's add some text. So we'll give this a header. Or like a title, so we'll say storm warning, and I think this is white. Let's change this to, that's pretty big. There we go. And this is Brandon Grotesque I'm using today. A classic, I might say. And then just some like supplementary kind of text giving us a preview of what the main message would say. So something like strong winds and lightning and flash floods expected. Sounds scary. Okay, so that looks good. And we also need a way to get out of this. So let's add a little close button right here. Awesome. Oh, okay. So you guys are giving, oh, it's option shift 8. Good for the degree symbol. Okay. So this looks great. Now let's hop into our prototype tab and we can just add the triggers that we have so far, or that we want to add so far for these screens. So from the first one to the second one, I just want to click on this little icon, or like this little circle, red circle. Got to see what's going on here. So let's drag this little blue indicator over to the next screen, and we just want the trigger to be tap. Nothing too fancy here. You can add an animation if you want, but I usually prefer just for like tapping around, those things I feel like should be super quick, just like immediate. So I usually change that to no animation, no easing or anything. And then from this one, oops, oh no, I already had this wired up to a previous one. Okay. You're seeing my pre-baked bread. It's like a cooking show. Okay, so from this one, maybe we just want to go back to the previous homepage, just click that close button and not worry about not clicking to it. So we do need to just copy everything and paste it in a new separate artboard, because I don't want to show this little red icon or the little red circle. So we just need to get rid of this. and now I'm remembering what this fourth artboard was for. So let's go back into the prototype tab and we can double click in, and then just when we click the close, we will drag this over to this artboard, and the trigger again will be tap. Pretty simple, no animation, and that's great. So let's go ahead and preview this so far. Oh, also, well, yeah, let's preview so far. And when we preview, make sure that you have this little blue home icon selected. If it's not, like if it's grayed out like this, it might not start on that particular artboard. So let's preview. And all right, we've got this notification. Let's click on it to see what happens. Oh, we've got a storm warning. Oh no. So maybe it's not that big of a deal, so we just close it and then we don't see that anymore. Another way we might want to get out of this is by swiping. A pretty similar, like very easily recognizable trigger. So maybe we just want to drag this over. So let's go back into the prototype tab. And again, you'll see here, if you've never done multiple interactions before, you can just drag from the same area. So let's select, instead of just this little close icon, select the whole message area. And again, we can just drag this right over. And for this, we want the interaction to be drag, and we want the type here to be auto animate. So let's go back into the design tab. I actually want this to look like it's kind of swiping over while I drag it. So in order for auto animate to do that, we need to just copy and paste this, and then we can just drag it off a bit and bring that appearance all the way down. And so that way auto animate knows it needs to have the same like layers and the layer names in order to show that animation with auto animate. So let me make sure that looks good. Easing, nah. All right, so let's preview that interaction. So we click on our little bell and we swipe it over, and there we go. That looks nice. Now let's do the last one that I want to add, which is if we just click on this whole message. So if we click on it, we want to see maybe more information, maybe a little map, like a radar sort of map, maybe just some more text about what exactly the storm, when it's coming in and stuff like that. So let's add this on this next artboard. And what I kind of want to happen is I want this little header area to kind of like swipe up. So again, to do auto animate there, I'm going to copy this, just everything, and just keep the bits that I want so that auto animate will know exactly what pieces to kind of move around, and just delete the things that I don't want. So I'm actually going to leave this because I want this text to kind of come bigger and then add some text right here. We can get rid of this because that I just want to keep on the home page. We can get rid of this because we don't want to focus on the weekly overview, just the storm. And let's leave the notification and let's move this up just a bit like that, I would say. And then this, we can just drag down a bit. I'll remove the close button and we can remove, or let's bring this down. And then the text, I'm just gonna keep this here so auto animate will know, but I'm just gonna make this a bit bigger. So let's make this pretty big. And this text, we can just bring this up to like 14. That looks good. And of course the bell notification, now since it's purple on purple, we can't see it. So we do need to change this to white. And let's change this to white as well. Okay. And then since we've just clicked on it, we can get rid of the red circle. And we need to wait to go back. So let's add just like a back arrow. I thought I had a back arrow. I do. Okay, we can put that just in line with the bell notification up there. And I'll add just some more text in this little text area, just kind of describing it a bit more. So I'll say like thunderstorm forecast is below, or is on the map below. Map below. And this is way too much spacing in between those lines, so let's bring this up quite a bit. Maybe 30 or so. Okay. And so let's add this map, and I can add more text if I want to. So I have two different maps that I kind of created. So this one, or I also created this one with just like some different dots. Which one do you guys prefer? I'm kind of liking this one right now just because it looks a little bit more like a radar, but this one's also super fun. I'll keep this one. And since we already learned how to do scrolling with maps, scrolling any way we want, that was a previous daily creative challenge, I just clicked this button right here. And again, you might not see this if you have not updated to the new XD release from Tuesday, so click that and we can drag these in a bit, and that looks good. I also want to add this little legend of like where the dark versus the light rain is. And maybe we can make this a little bigger. Oh, never mind. It's fine there. But now the user can kind of scroll around or pan around right in that map. And I just want to add a little bit more text so this is like a little more filled in. So I'll just describe the map a bit. Dark purple areas on the map indicate the highest chance of rain. Something like that. And yeah, that looks pretty good. So now let's hop into the prototype tab. So the only trigger now that we need to add is, okay, you guys are saying that you like the first map. Yeah, me too. I chose wisely. So now, let's see, we already have two interactions. You can't see the second one, but they're both kind of laying on top of each other on this line here. But let's add another one. So if we just tap this whole thing, so drag it over to our next artboard, and we can choose tap now, tapping the whole thing. And we want to do auto animate. We can keep the easing on this one since there's some things kind of moving around. And the next thing is just maybe animating the back arrow. And this will just be a normal tap. All right, so that's it. Let's go ahead and preview everything we got. So we'll click on this. Ooh, we've got our message. We can click on that. And it was pretty quick. Let me show you that again. But we've got our auto animate. Cool. And we've got our map that you can kind of pan around right there. So play around with scroll groups if you have not already done that. We can go back. Let's test out the other one. So if we click close, it takes us there. And our third interaction was swiping. So try out all three of those. So the drag, or the swiping, dismissing the button, or the close, and just tapping and clicking into it to a new page. So that is multiple interactions. So let's go ahead and save this. As always, if you want to export this as a movie file, come up here to the play button, just hit record, and you can kind of tap around and it'll record all of your clicks, and you can save it wherever you want. And let's hop into Behance real quick. Got a few minutes left. So make sure if you do make a Behance project, so this is the one that I made, I have all my projects up here if you guys want to check it out from this series of daily creative challenges. So make sure you go into edit, and in the settings tab right here, go to discoverability tab, lots of tabs. Make sure you add that keyword XD daily challenge so I can find your work and give you feedback if I like. Just checking the chat. Okay, so Chris asked, please recommend where I can get background image for mockups, or do I have to design them myself? So if you're asking about like this gray background or like this purple one, I actually do those myself. I actually have a video on how you can create this. So it's just XD and Premiere. It's super quick. So I have a video up on my YouTube channel if you want to check out how to do that. Shameless plug. And we have like not that much time left, but I really quickly want to see some of you guys' work from yesterday. So let's see, yesterday was button states. Very fun. So let's look at this one. This is by Faisal. And button states, so like hover, pressed, focus, and neutral, a bunch of different states. Let's check out this movie file. Ooh, okay, so we've got hover. Oh, and then other animations happen on the screen. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, that's awesome. It looks very realistic. I feel like Apple actually does this on their website. That is awesome. Good idea. Thanks for sharing that, Faisal, if you're watching. Let's look at this one. Very quickly, Starbucks. My fave. I actually haven't had Starbucks in a while. Very sad. Okay, cool. We've got hover, press. Awesome. Yeah, this looks great. Adding some Frappuccino chips. Bananas. Fancy. This is a fancy drink. Cool. Okay, guys. This is about all the time that I have left, unfortunately. I'll still be looking at you guys' projects on Discord, though, after this as well. So please stay tuned. In about 5 minutes, we've got our draw along with Kyle Webster. And I actually will not be, we will have a challenge tomorrow, and it still will be at 2 p.m., but it'll be on Discord instead because all the Adobe folks are going to be off tomorrow. So we still will have one. I'll see you tomorrow. But have a great evening, you guys. Bye.